Well, game over. I keep noticing the same thing happening over and over again, and I wasn't going to address it throughout my time on Squid Tard up until now, because this is starting to get really, really agitating for me, and I'm not sure why, but when you're watching the 2020 National Championship, because that's what it should be called, the 2020 National Championship, because it's for the 2020 season, they'll call it that, and then on occasions, for some reason, they'll call it the 2021 National Championship. Yes, it's taking place in the year 2021, but it's the 2020 season. And the thing that irritates me the most about that is the fact that they call it different things every time they start talking. They'll be like, "Welcome to the 2021 National Championship." The what? The what? The Yes, welcome to the 2020 college football season 2021 national championship. That's literally what they'll call it. Or they'll just be like this, some of the announcers or some of this other aesthetic stuff that they'll show. It'll say 2020 national championship, and then the next freaking sentence, it'll say the 2021 national championship. Make up your mind. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, the reason why I brought that up was because the post game review on this game, there wasn't going to be much else for me to add. Most of the stuff that I brought up or mentioned was stuff that everyone already knows, or everyone who watched my halftime review is going to hear anyway. Reality of the situation is Ohio State was just completely outclassed. Alabama proves once again that if you have the most talent out of anybody and have the best recruiting, the best players, the most talented, the most talented coaching, most talented players, most talented recruiting, most talented pretty much everything, including faculty and staff. It just goes to show that it turns out you win championships. Who would have thought? I know. So Saban gets another one. When's this guy gonna retire? I really don't know. I mean, he's still perfect, literally perfect against all Saban assistants. He's played about 25 games against Nick Saban assistants, and he's perfect on all of them. Almost every time he's appeared in the national title game, he's won, minus 2 years. Alabama's been in the playoffs every single freaking year except for 2019. And it just doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon. People really thought that that 2019 was going to, people thought 2019 was going to end the Alabama dynasty. I knew it wasn't. I knew they were just going to stumble themselves right back. Because the thing is, it doesn't matter if they have a bad year. Everyone has a bad year once in a while. The reality is, they're still recruiting the best talent. They still have the best players, and they still have the best coach. Which, yes, Nick Saban is the best freaking coach in college football right now. I don't want to hear anything from anybody else about how Dabo Swinney's better, because he isn't. I'm sorry, Dabo Swinney isn't better than Nick Saban, all right? As a head coach, he's not better. He hasn't recruited better. He hasn't won as many. Well, give him a couple of years and maybe he might win more championships than Saban. Very much doubt that. I couldn't think of a head coach right now, coaching currently, that's better than Nick Saban. You could talk about best coaches in history, and I'm sure you can list off a few guys that are better than Nick Saban. Everybody can do that. There isn't a coach better right now than Nick Saban, and based on what I'm seeing, he's not going anywhere. He's going to stick around for Alabama for as long as until he retires. So, I guess we just got to do what the point is. Ohio State is a good team. I mean, I'm not going to come out here and say they're not a good team. They were just completely outclassed in this game. This is one of the best Alabama teams I've seen in a while. Yes, the defense is not what it used to be. This definitely isn't like this legendary SEC caliber defense. But the offense very well balances that out, because this offense is incredible. I mean, of course, Mac Jones is another Heisman quarterback for Alabama. He didn't win it, and the only reason why he didn't win it was because there was another Alabama player there to win it instead, in Devontae Smith. And then you have Najee Harris, and you just have all of these offensive weapons. I mean, Alabama is completely loaded on the wide receiver core, just like they always are, but this is no exception here. Best Alabama wide receiver core I've seen ever. You can pretty much use Najee Harris as a wide receiver and a running back. He's just as good on both sides. Now, definitely didn't help Ohio State when they lost, I believe Trey Sermon, yeah. Losing Trey Sermon was probably the biggest loss for Ohio State in this game, and I wish nothing but the best for him. I hope he makes a very quick recovery, of course. Ohio State, I'd be proud of the win that you guys got against Clemson. That's the first time you guys beat Clemson, so I would be proud of that. There was just no way that anybody is going to be able to keep up with Alabama. I'm continued to be baffled by the fact that Florida was the team that kept it the most close with Alabama throughout the entire season. So I don't know what that means. I'm sure Oklahoma fans have been waiting for me to say that so they can go in and be like, we beat them by 24 points. Apparently, people don't realize that some teams just don't want to be in bowl games. They want to be in the playoffs. Just ask Georgia about that one. Georgia can tell you a lot about that. Georgia is the 5-star failure program that they are. But enough of that. Anyway, Alabama, congratulations on yet another national title. You guys prove once again that the dynasty is not dead. Shocker, I know. And also, thank you in advance, because now you shut up all of the SEC haters. Except for the ones that are just going to be like, it's just Alabama, and that's it. That's all it is. It's just Alabama, right? So you set up another argument for the SEC haters, but you've also shut down one, so that's all there is to say. Another college football season in the books. I'll have some more content for Squid Tard Sports down the road. And of course, the Tardarian playoffs, which probably won't happen for a little while. It'll probably happen sometime in late spring or the summer. So that's a huge delay compared to how it's been the last 2 years, me playing at the start of this, or the Tardarian playoffs happening at the start of the season. But I've still got 2 more teams to reveal, and you guys will know about those shortly. As always, power to Tardaria, go Vols, and, well, I don't even know why I'm saying go Vols. Okay. I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, and subscribe to the main channel, by the way, Squid Tard. I'm going to be uploading a lot more content on there than I will be on this one. Because I'm not going to... The thing is, throughout the entire season, I've had the podcasts, I've had several different videos. But, people sometimes make this mistake. Some people call me a sports expert, a sports analyst. Fact is, I'm not any of those things. I wish I was, but I'm not a sports analyst. I'm just a sports fan. Keep that in your minds going into the next season. Beep-be-dee.